Hello, good afternoon. My name is Emiliano Acevedo from group 454, section A. Below I am going to present the term work. Hot subject is verb dense in English. This is a didactic material that can be used for subsequent courses. The past simple is used to talk about actions already completed in the past. This verb tense is equivalent to the infinitive past tense in Spanish. Affirmative. The structure for this tense is subject, verb in the past tense and complement. Negative. Subject did not and is complement. Example, we did not listen to news in the morning. Interrogative. Word add questions. The subject, verb and complement. Example, what did he do in his last vacations?
Past continuous. It is used for actions that were happening at a specific moment in the past. It is formed with the verb to be and the verb with in the structure is subject to be and verb with ing. Examples. We were looking for Mary just now. En Spanish, estábamos buscando a Mary hace un momento. They weren't paying attention in class. En Spanish, no estaban poniendo atención en clase. Where was he studying? En Spanish, ¿dónde estaba estudiando? Past perfect. Function refers to an activity or situation completed before another event or time in the past. Affirmative. Structure. Subject, more had, more verb in past participle, more complement. Example. Before the Depression began, the O'Keeffes had been prosperous farmers. En Spanish, antes de que empezara la depresión, los O'Keeffes habían sido granjeros prósperos. Negative. Structure. Subject, more had, more not, more verb. Past participle, more complement. Subject, more had, more verb. Past participle, more complement. Example. Full form. The children had not begun school when their parents lost the farm. Contraction. The children had begun school when their parents lost the farm. In Spanish, los niños no habían empezado la escuela cuando sus padres perdieron la granja. Interrogative. Structure. We worked, more had, more subject, more verb, past participle, more complement. Had, more subject, more verb, past participle, more complement. With question. Where had she lived before? Yes, no question. Had she lived in Boston before? En Spanish, ¿dónde había vivido ella antes? Ella había vivido en Boston antes.
Past perfect continuous. Function. It is used to contrast an early and later time in the past. It emphasizes the continuous nature of the earlier activity. This tense is seldom used in the conversation but appears in written English. Affirmative. Structure. Subject, more had, more verb to be, in past participle, been, more verb ing, more complement. Example, before the Depression, the O'Keeffes had been planning to buy a larger farm. En Spanish, antes de la depresión, los O'Keeffe habían estado pensando en comprar una granja más grande. Negative. Structure. Subject, more had, more not, more verb to be in past participle, been, more verb ing, more complement. Full form. The children had not been going to school. Contraction. The children had been going to in school. En Spanish, los niños no habían estado yendo a la escuela. Interrogative. Structure. Which word, more had, more subject, more verb to be in past participle, being more verb in, more complement? Had, more subject, more verb to be in past participle, being more verb in more complement. Which question. Where had she been living before? Yes, no question. Had she been living in Boston? En Spanish, ¿dónde había estado viviendo ella antes? Ella había estado viviendo en Boston. On page 7, we have the present tense as well as the past tense. We start with the simple present. Simple present. Function. Talking about routines, habit, facts. Affirmative. Structure. Subject. I, you, we, they. More verb, more complement. Example. Fred and Lina read the newspaper every morning. En Spanish, Fred y Lina leen el periódico todas las mañanas. Negative. Structure. Subject. I, we, you, they. More do not. More verb in simple form. More complement. Full form. They not go to the movies often. En Spanish, ellos no van al cine frecuentemente. Interrogative. Structure. We word, more do, more subject, I, you, we, they, more verb in simple form, more complement. We question. When do they play football? En Spanish, ¿cuándo juegan ellos fútbol? Present continuous. Function. Talking about events happening at the moment of speaking. Affirmative. Structure. Subject, more verb to be, I, am, is, are. More verb ing, more complement. Full form. I am writing my notes right now. En Spanish, yo estoy escribiendo mis apuntes en este momento. Negative. Structure. Subject, more verb to be, am, is, are. More not, more verb ing, more complement. Full form. They are not paying attention in class. En Spanish, ellos no están poniendo atención en clase. Interrogative. Structure. Which word, more verb to be, am, is, are. More subject, more verb ing, more complement. Which question. Who is he talking to? En Spanish, ¿con quién está hablando él? Present perfect. Function. Describes action or situation that develops in the past and have continued to the moment of speaking. This tense often implies that the action or situation will continue in the future. Affirmative. Structure. I, you, we, they. Subject. More have, more verb in past participle. More complement. Example. I have studied English for 6 years. En Spanish, yo he estudiado inglés por 6 años. Negative. Structure. Subject. More have, more not, more verb, participle, more complement. Full form. The students have not listened to the teacher recently. En Spanish, los estudiantes no han escuchado al profesor recientemente. Interrogative. Structure. Which word, more have, more subject, more verb, past participle, more complement? Who question. Where have you been lately? En Spanish, ¿dónde has estado últimamente? Well, we have seen the past and present tense. We can point to the understanding verb tense is of great importance because to achieve a good conjugation, there must be a correct grammar since a single letter can change the meaning of the sentence. It is difficult for you to learn English verbs through the use of grammar, which is different in the English and their conjugations. In general, it is difficult for us to identify and construct the different verb tense. It over. This material extends how to build and identify an basic verb tense. Simple future, will, function, express predictions, promise, request, and offers. Affirmative, structure, subject, more will, more verb, more complement. Full form, I will visit my cousins. En Spanish, yo visitaré a mis primos. Negative, structure, subject, more will, more not, more verb, more complement. Full form, we will not study philosophy. En Spanish, nosotros no estudiaremos filosofía. Interrogative, structure, we word, more will, more subject, more verb, more complement. We question, what will he study next semester? En Spanish, ¿qué estudiará el próximo semestre? Future perfect function refers to situations or actions that will have occurred before another event or time in the future. They appear in written English, but they are not used often in spoken English. Affirmative structure, subject, more will, more have, more verb in past participle, more complement. Example, future perfect. By the end of this trip, we will have traveled over than 1,000 miles. En Spanish, al final de este viaje habremos viajado 10,000 millas. Negative. Structure, subject, more will, more not, more have, more verb, past participle, more complement. Future perfect. By 2020, families will not have become bigger. En Spanish, futuro perfecto. Para el año 2020 las familias no se habrán vuelto más pequeñas. Interrogative, structure, we word, more will, more subject, more have, more verb, past participle, more complement. Who question, where will you have been in the 10 years on? En Spanish, ¿dónde habrás estado en 10 años? Future continuous function normally refers to actions that will be in progress, often at a specific time in the future. Affirmative structure, subject, more will, more verb to be, simple form, more verb ing, more complement. Full form, at this time tomorrow we will be landing in London. En Spanish, mañana a esta hora estaremos aterrizando en Londres. Negative structure, subject, more will, more not, more verb to be, simple form, more verb ing, more complement. Tomorrow morning they will not be getting the prize, full form. En Spanish, mañana en la mañana ellos no estarán ganando el premio. Interrogative structure, we word, more will, more subject, more verb to be, simple form, more verb ing, more complement. We question, who will he be talking tomorrow? En Spanish, ¿con quién estará hablando mañana? Future, be going to. Function going to is often used to express specific future plans or intentions. It is used frequently in conversation. In some cases, will and going to are interchangeable, but will is preferred in formal English. Going to is often pronounced gonna or gonna. Affirmative structure, subject, more verb to be, more going to, more verb, simple form, more complement. Full form, I am going to buy a car. Spanish, voy a comprar un carro. Negative structure, subject, more verb to be, more not, more going to, more verb, simple form, more complement. Full form, he is not going to bring the cake. En Spanish, él no va a traer el pastel. Interrogative structure, he word, more verb to be, more subject, More going to more verb simple form, more complement. We question whether they going to study. En Spanish, ¿qué van a estudiar ellos? Thanks for your attention. I give a special thank you to me, teacher Laura Santillán. Emiliano